Exactly 30 days ago, I recreated this ecosystem. Rain, predators, insects, plants are just some of many interesting things that happened. But first we have to go back to day 1. After I put the soil in the terrarium, I decided to place this giant tree. It was be save shelter for many insects, but also for predators. Looks pretty good for now. After that, I add moss to make it look nicer, and the later grass will grow from the moss and turn this ecosystem into a natural habitat for many animals. Can't wait to see what will happen for 30 days. This is the perfect place for my animals, and this will be the main shelter for numerous insects, but perhaps also for predators. First, I need to add some little crabs. This population will be 3 times bigger than now just for 1 week. I put them carefully, and as soon as I put them, they started to looking for the perfect place to protect themselves from the predators that will come soon. Look at that little buddy. He is shy because it is the first time in front of the camera. This little things don't know about how big spider is coming soon for them. They need to hide. This one buddy is hear me and run away to hide. Because of that, I need to add friends for crabs, and this is the stink bugs. Pretty stink friend crabs will hate me because of that. On day 5, I need to introduce the first predator. Meet the wasp spider. Next to the wasp spider, I also add phobos worms to this ecosystem. Looks pretty good for now. They immediately seek cover after I introduce them by burying themselves in the moss. They have a better chance of survival in this brutal ecosystem. And after just 2 weeks, these worms should become beautiful butterflies that will decorate this terrarium. This little stink bug has no idea that it is now being watched by one of the fiercest predators in this ecosystem. The stink bugs have taken over the tree, but the spider spotted them. Here begins the fight for the life of a small, helpless stink bug. Stink bug used armadillo tactics to avoid the first attack of the wasp spider. With a successfully executed armadillo tactic, she saved her life, at least for now. That's why the spider made a web that will help to catch every stink bug. The stink bugs dared and started to cross from one end to the other. One by one, with light steps, they managed to end up on the safe side. On day 10, life begins to rise. Grass sprouted from the moss, which will later grow into a real forest full of insects and predators. Everyone is in their shelters, but not for the reason you might think. The rainy season has started, and after this rain, some new insects will emerge from their burrows to drink water. The centipede, a new inhabitant of this ecosystem, was the only one who dared to go out for water. It seems that not even a spider can defy this centipede, or it hasn't spotted it yet. After this heavy rain, I can't wait to see the bloom of these plants that can't wait to break out of the moss. Boom, look at this. We're only on day 15, and this ecosystem is turning into a true untouched nature that can't wait to see its next settlers. The tree is almost completely covered with moss and grass and is barely visible. Due to the large grass that has grown suddenly, I have to put in snails, which will make sure they eat as much grass as they can. This snail just woke up and went to work waiting for him to eat as much grass as he can so that he doesn't get lost in this jungle until day 30. Besides the snails that eat the leaves of the plants, I need something that will eat the roots under the ground and thus dry some plants. Earthworms are perfect for this job, and after I put them in, they started to burrow and look for fresh plant roots to feed on. After just a few minutes, most of the earthworms have already started looking for roots. With strong movements, they move the ground and make tunnels that help them find food. During that time, the snail managed to climb to the top of the terrarium in just a few seconds. The snail moves by undulating its body in slow motions, and with the help of friction, it can go very fast for a one snail. I managed to slowly remove him from the glass and return him to his assigned job, which is to eat as much grass as possible. While everyone is hard at work doing their task, this little stink bug got tired and sat down on the little snail for a ride. All the insects scattered around the terrarium because the wasp spider started hunting for food. Climbing the leaves, the spider tried to find anything to feed on, even the smallest insects. But let's see what the crabs do. After 2 weeks, crabs just taking over the population is 3 times bigger than on day 1. I need to introduce a new predator very soon. Who do you think I will introduce? On day 25, I have to put in a new predator. Meet the blue-tailed tarantula. This little creature, even though it is a baby, can take care of most of the crab's population by itself. In the following videos and various recreations of the ecosystem, you will see this monster when it is an adult. Now this tarantula, although only a few weeks old, is the main and most dangerous predator of this ecosystem. With 8 legs and 6 eyes, she can't miss anything, not even the smallest details. She reacts to every movement very aggressively, and believe me, you wouldn't want to get in her way. Did you see that, buddy? No. But this monster saw it, and that is the end of the career for this little crab. I have to throw in someone to stand in the way of this unstoppable tarantula. Meet the black titan bug. I clashed over the prey caught by tarantula. Black titan bug is superior because it has superpower. She has a shell around her, and it makes it impossible for the tarantula to fight properly, so she just turned and walked away. On day 30, something magical happened next to the huge grass and fern that grew in 30 days. The wasp spider laid his eggs under the leaf for the future generations that will come. This is what spider and wasp mix eggs look like. Isn't it crazy? It looks like it's from another planet. After laying eggs, it now makes a net to catch prey to feed itself and its future children. By the way, did you know that a man is never more than 3 meters away from a spider? Just look around you. With light movements, after 5 minutes he made a net, and now he is just waiting for his prey. This little grasshopper has no idea what can happen if he jumps in the wrong direction. He looks very cute, but behind him is one of the deadliest spiders of this forest. After only a few moments, the little helpless grasshopper ended up in the web of this nasty predator that once you fall into its web, you can never get out of it. The grasshopper tried in every way to get out, but failed every time. Just look at this spider machine. The spider uses its abdomen to create proteins with which it makes a web and thus covers its prey. From this situation, the little grasshopper can't get out at all because of the very sticky web. It remained motionless in one place. After encasing its prey, the spider releases its digestive juices that help it digest the prey. After a few moments, it pulls it into the middle of the web and starts drinking the highly nutritious juices of its prey. If you liked this interesting and somewhat educational video, hit the subscribe button and write in the comments which ecosystem should I recreate.